Hey all, hope you all are sitting pretty. So today I'm back for you all on a detailed session for first part of a speech, which is noun. Noun itself has a lot many sections or parts. So today we will be doing the first section or first part of noun, that is kinds of noun. As words according to their different functions are categorized into different parts of a speech, in the same way a noun according to its specific function or use is categorized to a particular class or kind or type. So yes, you all are absolutely thinking correct. That is, today we will be studying about kinds of noun. There are major five kinds or types of noun, which are common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, countable or uncountable noun, and collective noun. Moving to our next slide and learning about the first kind of noun, which is common noun. So what is common noun, friends? Name given in common to a particular class is referred to as common noun. Collective nouns and abstract nouns are basically included in common nouns too. So let's understand common noun better with the help of examples. So here is our example for it. It says Ashoka was a wise king. So Ashoka is being referred to here to a particular king, and the word king can be applied or might be applied to any other king as well, including Ashoka. So Ashoka over here will be a proper noun and a king a common noun because it is referring to a particular class. So now let's move towards another type or kind of noun, and let's see what is it. So here we are on our screen, we have another type of noun, which is proper noun. This type of noun suggests the particular name of any person or place. For example, my name is Shivangi. This sentence is suggesting particularly my name, hence Shivangi in this sentence will be a proper noun. Now moving ahead with examples to understand the concept of proper noun in a better way. And yes, don't forget, proper nouns are always written with a capital letter at the beginning. And the second most new concept which we'll be learning here is that they are sometimes used as common nouns too. So here is our first example, which says Sita is a girl. So in this sentence, girl is referring to a particular class, in common, hence it is a common noun to all girls. India is a country. The word country is a common noun because it is a name it is a common name basically, which is given to all countries. Any country could be included in it. Next, let's without wasting our time, move towards the next examples and let them understand too. So here our third example says Hat is a boy. So Hat, being a name of a particular person, is a proper noun. That is, it's a name of a particular boy. Kolkata is a city. Kolkata too is a proper noun because it is the name of a particular city. Now let's see the next example, which is with a twist. The sentence says he was the Luke man, that is the wisest man of his age. So he can be used as a common noun, but in this case he is a proper noun. Now you all must be thinking how he is used over here as a proper noun, because it is referring to a particular man, hence he over here is a proper noun. I hope common noun and proper nouns by now have been clear to one and all. Let's move towards another kind or type or class of noun, which is abstract noun, and let them understand in a better way. So, talking about abstract nouns, the nouns through which the names of a quality, action, or a state is considered. So, it can be name of any quality, any action, or any state. Like it can be goodness, brightness, hardness, wisdom, bravery. So, all these are quality being considered as an abstract noun. Then coming to actions such as judgment, theft, laughter, etc. Then coming to state, slavery, death, poverty, boyhood, childhood, adulthood. These things can also be included in abstract noun. And the names of arts and signs as well are included in abstract nouns. We'll be understanding further how the abstract nouns are formed, and we'll understand that how are they formed with the help of adjectives, verbs, and common nouns, but in short. So here we have examples how abstract nouns are formed from adjectives. That is, if we take two adjectives over here, kind and honest, and if we want to form an abstract noun, it would turn into kindness and honesty. Talking about verbs such as obey and grow, they will turn into obedience and growth. And talking about common nouns, they will child or slave, they will turn into childhood or slavery if talking about abstract nouns. We'll be understanding the concept of abstract nouns better with the help of an example, and over here we have our example as, let's see what is our example for abstract noun and understand it. So here on our screen we have our example for abstract noun, which says we can speak of a brave soldier, a strong man, a beautiful flower. So we can think about these qualities apart from any particular person or thing and speak of brave as bravery, strong as strength, and beautiful as beauty. Hence these are acting as an abstract noun in this sentence. So the concept of abstract noun is also clear to one and all, and the previous two concepts such as common noun and proper noun is also well clear. Now without wasting much of our time, we'll move towards another kind of noun, which is countable or uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are also referred as countables. They are basically those objects or people which we can count. Uncountable nouns are also known as uncountables, and they are the things which can't be counted. Countables have plural forms, while uncountables do not have their plural forms. Let's understand them too with the help of examples. And here if you can see on the slide, we have two set of examples. The first set says book, pen, apple, boy, sister, doctor, horse. And if we add s to all these, this will turn them into plural, like books, pens, apples, boys, sisters, doctors, horses. But talking about the other set of examples, milk, oil, sugar, gold, honesty, if we try adding s or something else to make them plural, it doesn't change. That is, these things remain same and they don't change into plural. I hope these set of examples are clear to one and all. Now moving towards the last type of noun. Any guesses what kind of noun or what type of noun it would be? Yes, you all are absolutely correct. It is collective noun. But what is collective noun? As the friends, as the word itself suggests, collective noun. The word collective itself suggests talking of persons or things collectively and being considered as one whole. For example, we have a lot of examples on this slide only, such as crowd, mob, team, flock, parliament, committee, family, army, fleet, etc. So crowd is basically collection of people, jury is collection of judges, fleet is collection of ships, army is collection of soldiers. Let's understand this with the help of examples. Like the first example says the police dispersed the crowd. So over here crowd is a collective noun because it is referring to a group of people. The French army was defeated at the Waterloo. Army is again a collective noun referring to group of soldiers. The jury found the prisoner guilty. Jury is again a collective noun because it is referring to group of judges. A herd of cattle is passing. Herd is a collective noun referring to group of cattle. Hope all the major kinds of noun which you people studied through this video are clear to one and all. If you still have any doubts related to this topic, you can ping me in the comments section below. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel to keep supporting me in regular updation of the videos. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Do keep showering your love upon me. Thank you so much everyone.